Right, the first game we're looking at is Candy Crisis. Now, I think this game came out on the Mac several years ago. I think it's been ported over to Windows and Linux, and now FreeBSD. So we'll have a look. Quite a few options of different game styles. You've got Solitaire Crisis, but I don't know what the difference between that and one player is. We'll find that out. You've got high scores, controls, and credits, and quit. So here's a quick look at those responsible for making the game. I don't normally show the credit page, but this one is well presented, I think. You know, nice bit of music, good graphics. It's scrolling up with style, so we'll have a quick look. And there's a lot of people who worked on the artwork and also worked on the music. And you can tell because it's a really nicely presented game. There are quite a few games that are a little bit rough around the edges, but this one is really nicely done. I'm not sure whether or not at any point it was a commercial game. It probably might have been for the Mac. I don't know. But we've got an open source conversion to enjoy in FreeBSD right now. So we've got tutorial mode, which we'll have a quick look at. No doubt will tell us what we need to do. With many of these type of games, I mean, it's pretty obvious what you do. You match up the cue, you know, the shapes, either horizontal or vertical, or even, you know, diagonally. So it's telling us you need to sort of like match them up to make them disappear before the board fills up. You control it by moving left and right. No surprises there. And you can also make the pages, you can rotate them around, so it's a bit like Tetris in that manner. Okay, well I think that will, I need to exit the game to get rid of this, yeah. I think we'll work his way around it. Right, we'll try the one-player game. And the one-player, yeah, the one-player is versus AI. So, and I think the nice touch is that you're both given the same colour shapes. So there's no excuse. It's not as if they were given an easier set. So as we scroll down, I think the idea is to match up four or more, I think it is, in any combination. So they can either be in diagonally, vertically, or in a weird shape if you wish. As long as they join together, like you can see, the flashing purple. It's a bit like Dr. Mario, I think the game is. I think most of these games are along the similar thing. Right, so I won that one. And we're on to level, stage 2. And it's a little bit more trickier. And I'll fast forward the gameplay again so we're not listening to my monotonous talking. Right, so yeah. We win in this second match, although the margin is slightly reduced. And we're on stage 3. I can't see much getting beyond this stage, to tell you the truth, because it was already hard on stage 2. As you can see, I think everything is well made, well polished, and it's a great looking game with great soundtrack. And it's really not bad at all. Right, so as you can see, I am losing badly. But even though, wait for it, it's going to happen in a minute. There you go, I expected that. Even though I've lost this particular match, I could carry on because I've got 4 credits left and the highest score. Speaking of high score, I actually got my name onto the scoreboard, which is A+ for me. And we'll have a look at the high scores in a minute. And there you go. I might be at the bottom. Oh, is that mine? Yeah. No, I actually made number 5. Brilliant. Next, we're looking at Block Attack, Rise of the Blocks. This is another matching game using shapes. It's slightly different from the previous one because this one you can only do horizontal and vertical. So it's a little bit more rigid in its play style. And there's a lot more options to work your way through if you want to change things. It's heavily linked with STL. And if you want to add some mods, I think there's capacity to do that. and a quick look at the how-to. So, like the previous game, you've got to join them up, but this is horizontally and vertically, and you get bombs in this and all sorts. Again, it's like if you like Tetris or the Dr. Mario, that kind of gameplay, I think all of these games will appeal. They're all basically roughly the same idea. There's lots of options for single player. There's endless and time trial and stage clear, etc. We'll try endless and we'll put it on. I don't think we'll put it on the fastest. We'll put it on the slow one. I'll probably regret doing this, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, and well, it is slow. It's creeping up the screen very slowly, but you get the idea. You've got to move the various shapes across the screen like I'm doing to line them up vertically or horizontally. And if you don't have any to choose on, which I don't now, you wait until the bottom. Like you can see there's going to be a purple one which automatically triggers an explosion. So you wait for the next line to come up to see what it gives you. And if you're lucky, it will complete it for you, or just have one slightly off to the side that you can move. So yeah, it's not too bad. This one-player game is just really basically, I mean, this is endless one. Is just try and get as much score as you can until you run out of luck. And you've got single-player time trial. A bit like the previous game mode we've just been playing. But you actually have a deadline to meet. It's counting down. So you get as much as you can before time runs out. Whereas the other one was just get as much as you can before your luck runs out, basically. One thing I didn't do is that you can push the line. If you press right shift, you can define these keys later if you wish. But if you press right shift, that line that is slowly edging up, as you can see, will just bump up. Like I'm doing now. So you don't have to wait for it just to monotonously rise up. The thing is about that is it makes your screen fill up a little bit quicker. So if you got bad luck or bad judgment, you're going to end the game quicker. So as you can see, I'm not doing too bad. It's not the most stellar of gameplay. I do apologise for that. Not too bad at all, really, I don't suppose. I do not tend to do very well with these type of games. The previous game is a little bit easier for me. This one, I just can't get it. So yeah, I'll just fast forward these so we're not waiting all day. Almost finished. Time's running out now. There you go. Not too bad. 781. I'm sure that everyone else could do better than that. But that gives you the gist of what you can do. So the first one was endless. Then we had time trial and single player versus, I would imagine it's versus the CPU. Which is. It actually says AI, which is nice. I don't stand a chance against this, no doubt. Even though it's been given a bit of a disadvantageous start, no doubt it will squash me like a bug. We will fast forward to the end. And there we go. It was inevitable, really, but there you go. Yeah, that was a little bit more tricky. The AI is quite aggressive. And multiplayer, you can have time trial against each other or two-player versus each other. So yeah, it's very comprehensive. Can't say that there's a lack of options, even on this one. Very nice. Not bad at all. And of course, I didn't get onto the high score. I didn't think I would on this game in any of the game modes. Crikey. The next game we've got is Brickx, and this kind of reminds me of an Amiga-ish game. I don't know if I've seen it on Amiga. It looks very, even just that rendering of the graphics there remind me of Amiga. You got quite a few options, although yeah, on the basic side, not as many as the previous game. You've got all the usual ones like high scores and quit and help and etc. And there's nothing on the high score at the moment, which is reassuring. That means you're probably going to get your name on it. And this one is slightly different. It involves shapes and a lot, but you can build things around it. It's best if you see the gameplay, you'll understand what I mean. And yeah, it's a combination of the previous shape games plus an 8-bit or a 16-bit platform game, because you've got walls and fans and all sorts that can interact with the movement of your shapes. It's different, I'll give it that. It's something different. So if we have a look at options, you can change some cursors, backgrounds, even change the difficulty level. You can talk about levels. You can also make your own level or alter a level if you wish. But the thing the best thing is just if we click play and we get into the game. There's a slight delay. I don't know whether I need to click anything. Or is it just... There we go. So yeah, you can click your left button to move blocks left, and you click right to move blocks right. And the idea is to completely wipe the board, which I'm not going to do at this particular moment in time. As you can see, we've got a red and a blue. So I clicked a wrong cube. It is pretty unrelenting. You can skip back a little bit. In case you do make the mistake like I did and click the wrong one. That's not going to work if you shove them together, however much I try. So we'll try that one again. And as you can see, we'll do we'll do that one first. That seems to have gone quite easy. And we'll do... Yep, and I could have done that slightly better, but we did it nonetheless. So we're on level 2. And okay, it's always not whether you're doing the right one or not. Down the line, you have to sort of like think several steps ahead, which I can't do. Well, I managed to do that one. Looking good so far. And here comes the walls. I was expecting these. So if we move that one, and okay. Oh, yeah, I can move that one down there. And it should be fairly... Yeah, there we go. That's how you do it, you see. Got the hang of it now. This one we can add a wall. And that's why it's lit up in the right-hand side. So... Obviously, I don't know why I did that. Let's go back. Can we go back? Yeah, there we go. Resets it. That restart the game now. We'll add the wall to... No, we don't want to do it there. Holy moly! Right, we'll start again. So, we're going to add a wall. But it'll be on the left-hand side rather than... Yeah, I'll put it there. So, move that block down, move it across, and it should fall. It did. So, yeah, once you get the hang... Oh, good grief. Once you get the hang of this, he says... it's fairly straightforward, although I have no idea what you do on this one. I would imagine... Yeah, move everything to the right and then move that block. I have no idea. Move that one. No, just click. See what happened? Pure random luck that Andy disappeared. It's not how you play this game, not with pure random luck. So you can move the red to that one and blue there. See, now I'm stuck, you see. Although I could move that one there. And the green one there. And the purple, pink one to that one. Yellow one to that one. Yeah, I could do, but... Oh, might have done it. Fantastic. So sometimes it is luck. Completely ignore what I just said. Now this one's a bit more tricky. I have no idea. I could... There's not an option to build a wall part, so it's not that. Down there? Nah, I'm not going to be able to do it now. Yeah, even if I go back, it's not going to do it. That's a tricky one. But that one... No, see, even if I just drop one on it, it's going to disappear, innit? So... Yeah. Never mind how fast I try and do it, it's not going to touch each other, so, oh well. Yeah, okay. Well, that was different. And, yeah, if you're into sort of like thinking ahead and strategic planning, I think this game is fantastic for that. It's not such more reaction time, but it's about thinking ahead, which gets me every time. Right, very good. I highly recommend it. Another great game. Next we have Chromono, and it's a very slick looking game. Is this? It's weird gameplay, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. It's involving shapes, but I kind of like I'm pulling liberties here. The settings are very basic, and the interface is very smooth. Everything is very smooth and fluid about this game. It's very well presented. There's some how to play, which I think you'll probably need to read. It's like drag full coloured spheres around the screen. Not all spheres are movable, and you'll have to find out which ones are. Half coloured spheres need to be coloured, and the centre colour tells you the target one, and the outer ring tells you the current colour. If the colours match the sphere, it becomes one whole colour again. Yeah. It's not a bad game. And speed is the key. I did try it out earlier. I got to level 3. And maybe I'll do better this time. So let's have a look at level 1. No, I don't want to go on that one. Can I go to... I'll try on chapters. Is that it? Yeah, this is the first one. The idea is just move it as quick as you can. The quicker you are, it has a target which you have to try and beat. And if you do beat it, you'll get 3 stars. And the more stars you get, the more levels you can unlock. So this one's so far easy to do. It does get progressively harder than this. And if you manage to get a high score, then you get more stars. So it's the quicker you do it, the more stars you get. The more stars you get, the more levels you can unlock. It's way too easy. It's starting to get a little bit trickier now. As you can see, you need to... if the wrong colour touches another ball that you're trying to get at, it will change its colour. As I'm discovering here. It's got 2 stars because I took longer than the target time. So for instance, it gives you 12 and you take 15 seconds, you're not going to get full stars. Like I'm not going to get full stars on this one either. It's you have to be very careful when you're moving it around. There we go. Only got 1 star for that. I think there's a pattern forming here. See, this one is not too bad. I think it's just telling you that you can... I didn't get any stars at all for that one. Brilliant. Wonderful. Some you can move. Some you can't. Like, I can't move that green one. So you have to pull the green one using the pink one. So that's interesting. Yeah. You just brute force it through. It'll be right. It'll do. It'll be all right. So I think, yeah. So do I just, again, just brute force it through? It'll be fine. It'll be all right. Let's see. No, I'll just jiggle it about randomly. Oh, did it. Fantastic. I didn't get any stars, of course. This one's slightly easier, I think. Yep. Like the colour in the centre is your target colour that it wants you to turn. So, yeah. As long as you don't touch on any of the others. I still took too long, though. And you can see it gets harder to get any stars. And, of course, if you want to progress any further... I didn't get any of them last levels. If you want to unlock extra chapters, you're going to need more stars. So yeah, a unique game. I don't know if there's any other game like it. I don't know if it's based upon any other game. I've not seen any other game like it. A unique game. Well presented. The graphics are fluid. The sound is sublime, I think. It's not all in your face. Yeah, an excellent game. Right, we've got FreeBlocks. This game's been out quite a while, I think. It's a good few years since I last saw it. And the idea is that either vertically or horizontally you match, I think it's three in a row. Could be 4. 3 in a row at least, we'll say 3. And that makes that column or row, them 3 or 4 objects disappear. And you got to do that before it rises to the top. So it's a bit like the previous game, not the one we just watched, but the one before that. Yeah. I mean, this is also a very well presented, slick game. And got nice music, and although music seems to be a little bit high. Yeah, very well done. It's horizontal or vertical, and again, they've got to drop down. So, unlike the other game, you can't just press a button to make it jump up quicker. This is the speed at which it relentlessly goes up. Yeah. Anyway, I'll fast forward it and get to the end rather than you watch this riveting gameplay. Well, we're almost at the end, I think, by looking at this. I can't do it any... Yeah, there we go. Beaten. That was quite difficult. But fun, though. It was difficult, but fun. I like that. It's well presented. The music's a little bit loud, but you can turn that down, of course, which I didn't. But yeah, very well done. Good game. Next, we've got GemdropX. It's back to the sort of like traditional idea of 4 in a row, 3 in a row, matching the colours and shapes. But this is by Bill Kendrick, which I think is the chap responsible for Tux Painter and Tux Racer. I'm not sure about that. Not sure about Tux Racer, but I know definitely the Tux Paint. And the idea of this is that rather than, well, they nudge down slowly, but rather than falling down or rising up, you grab them and then throw them back up. Which is a different take. I like it. It's a different take on the idea. It's tricky. I find this tricky because I always want to throw it up in the place where the actual gem is, but it goes up where his head is. which always confuses me. You know, sometimes you think, oh, you're going to name it just right, and it doesn't. So, but yeah, so you do the lemon, good grief, the yellow diamond thingies, the yellow whatever they are, and then you got your diamonds, and then you the Maltesers by all, for want of a better word, they look like Maltesers to me. And if you're in the UK, I don't know, you get Maltesers in America? I don't know. But anyway, if you're in the UK, you know what Maltesers are. It looks like them, and which is making me hungry, which is not fair. So yes, a very entertaining game. We're going to skip forward, so I don't have to bore you with my gameplay. Well, that was inevitable, really. I did quite well. I got onto level 8. Not too bad. I do enjoy this game. It's something different and very low system requirements. So you could probably play this on one of your old potato computers. Anyway, yeah, I enjoyed that. It was good. And by a very talented open source creator. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed these 6 games. There are more, obviously there's more games available, and I think this video would go on for too long if I showed you every single one. But yeah, I hope you get the gist that FreeBSD is not all about work. It can be about play as well. Yes, I know it may not have the big commercial games that some other operating systems have, but these little ones, you can play while you're perhaps waiting for something to compile, or it's not going to tax the system in any great length, which is always a good thing. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like. If you've given more than one video a like, then why not subscribe? You know, it's a good thing, and it helps the channel out enormously. And if you do subscribe, please hit that notification bell to let you know when I've released a new video. This and every other video on my channel has been made using FreeBSD and open source software.